On December 14th, 2012, Adam Lanza went into Sandy Hook Elementary School and killed 20 children and 6 adults using guns. This tragedy influenced people to push harder for gun control. However, the problem is not with the gun, but the problem is with the heart of the person pulling the trigger. Today, I am going to persuade you to see how America needs a change of heart, and in the end, that will be a big help with gun control. According to the Great Gun Control War, a movement to ban guns and began in the 1920s in the Northeast, led by the conservative business establishment. This is where the NRA, which is known as National Rifle Association, started to get involved with politics. Since the 1920s, the government has been pushing harder and harder for tighter gun control. According to the gun control overview, opponents of gun control vary in their positions with respect to specific forms of control, but generally hold that gun control laws do not establish what is intended. The government puts gun laws into effect to help control less violence. I do not believe this has helped violence. We still have deaths due to the cause of guns. However, I believe we can change this by getting to the heart of the problem. In Genesis 6:5, it says, "And God saw the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually." They may not have had guns back then, but they had things to kill people, and they did because they had evil in their hearts. America needs to turn their hearts back to God, and this will help with the violence. The government is trying to take away the Second Amendment, which is the right to bear arms. According to the Second Amendment article, in 1776, our founding fathers came together to write the Declaration of Independence. Inside of this Declaration of Independence, they also wrote the Bill of Rights, what is the 10 Amendments, which we get the Second Amendment from, what is the right to bear arms. It gave us the law to follow. Now the president and a lot of government officials are trying to change this. They're trying to take this out of the Bill of Rights so that we cannot bear arms and protect ourselves. If these laws change, people will who still want to harm people will still get in the way, be able to get guns. They will be able to harm people. Some people that are already out there who have an evil heart, if they are told not to do something, they'll still do it. But we, the good people who don't want to harm people, who want to protect ourselves, we're not going to be able to because we won't have guns. We won't be able to protect ourselves, our families. Just, wouldn't you want to protect your family? You can't if you do not have the ability to own guns. According to the gun control after Heller and McDonald, what cannot be done and what ought to be done, these are the mistakes gunmen make. Nearly all of them make at least one, but usually all of the 3 critical errors. Number 1, they use invalid measures of ownership levels. Number 2, they fail to make any serious effort to control the effects on crime of other factors correlated with gun ownership, confounding factors. Number 3, they fail to distinguish the effect of gun levels on crime rates from the effect of crime rates on gun ownership. Only 3 studies have avoided these 3 problems, and all found there was no net crime rates, increasing effort on gun ownership levels. Today, I told you about gun control, and the real problem with gun control is with the heart. It's not with the guns itself. America needs to turn back to God. We need to pray for America.